Serial tech startup founder Liesl Yearsley recalls attending her first game developer event in Silicon Valley.
So I'm into gaming. I've been writing patents on virtual worlds and augmented reality and deep AI for like a decade. And you go to one of these events and the after party has you walk in a room and there'll be 60 men, wall to wall. The only women were girls that had been hired that were on little stilts with rabbit fur all over them.
But in moving from Sydney to Silicon Valley, Yearsley's transition was made far easier by having met Ari Hori, the founder of Women's Startup Lab. Yearsley was part of the lab's first class, sold an artificial intelligence platform to IBM, and has another new startup that's developing a human approach to AI.
Everywhere else I go, it's like, oh, there's the token chick. And even if you're a seriously good entrepreneur, people think you're just there because, we need to put someone on stand who's like female. And with Women's Startup Lab, you kind of eliminate all of that stuff, and it's just a bunch of really good entrepreneurs just doing their stuff.
Women travel differently than men. Why? Because we'll first ask for directions.
On the lab's graduation day, 10 startups from around the world pitched their vision to investors.
Actually focusing on fertility and pregnancy management, what we do is we basically take care of everything that happens after so that women can still lead successful and healthy lives.
Venture capitalist and Stanford lecturer Chris Ye has been an advisor to the lab ever since he first met Hori at a conference. He remembers seeing her sitting alone at a stand with a Women's Startup Lab banner.
Little did I know that was actually the first event she'd ever been to, and all she had was the stand. She had no organization, and it was just her. And so from there until today, where now the Women's Startup Lab has helped over 100 different female-led companies, and we're in this house in Silicon Valley, and we're getting ready for a new cohort of 12 entrepreneurs to come in, all that's happened because Ari just went out and made it happen.
And here,
the lab's year-long accelerator program, which includes a 2-week stay at this house in Menlo Park, California, costs $2,700 plus a 3% equity stake.
And you have people from all over the world come right here, of all ages. So you could have a 20-year-old here and a
60-year-old.
And they all get along?
Yes, absolutely. They're already working really hard. And when they come here, it feels like a big retreat.
Women's Startup Lab companies have raised more than $50 million and had 3 major exits. They're also asked to pay it forward by giving back to the lab a 3% equity grant. The lab uses that money for its operations and to further invest in female-led startups that dream of becoming, in Silicon Valley terms, the next billion-dollar unicorn. Mark New, CGTN, Menlo Park, California.